everybody! I'm here today to tell you to never do this when honking your horn. That's right, I'll be going over a simple thing that you should pretty much never do when honking your horn. If you do this, it can get really dangerous really quickly. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. What is it that you should never do? You should never hold down your horn for a long time unless it's actually an absolute emergency. So let me tell you why. You know, sometimes you sort of, you hear it happening on the road. You hear that, and someone's just hammering down on their horn for like 10 seconds, okay? Now, if it's an emergency, okay, in my opinion, it's okay to do that if it's an emergency. However, if it's not an emergency, you should never do that. And I'll tell you why it gets extremely dangerous. When you hold down your horn like that, everybody's initial response and automatic response is to stop and look at you, at your car, okay? That means every pedestrian, every driver that can hear you, every homeowner, everybody's response is to look at you and stare at you, okay? So that means they're taking the focus off of what they're doing. That pedestrian that's crossing the road, they're in the intersection right now, is now staring at you. And guess what? They're not paying attention to the road anymore. That means there's an increased risk of them being part of an accident with a potential vehicle. That other car there that's following a little too closely, okay, the other car there that's following a little too closely is now looking at their mirror, looking at you in their mirror, you know, across the lane or whatever. And guess what? If they're following a little too closely and they're not paying attention now, they might get into an accident. And yes, I do understand that it's their own fault for not paying attention, and it's their own fault for following too closely. But how would you feel if you were the reason for them getting into an accident, a life-changing accident, a life-altering accident, a life-threatening accident, okay? It might be their fault for not paying attention. It might be their fault for following too closely. But you didn't have to hold down your horn unless it's an emergency. If you see an emergency happening, you know, a pedestrian's crossing and there's a car that's gonna hit them, then you can hold down your horn because that's an emergency. And you know what? The benefits, the potential benefits outweigh the potential risks. But if let's say, like, you're trying to tell someone to drive faster, they're driving too slow, and you go, meep, how would you feel if you were just trying to tell someone to drive faster and you caused an accident somewhere else? Come on. Come on, I know you have feelings in there, okay? Hit the like button if you have feelings. If you have feelings, if you have emotions, smash the like button. Everybody needs to hear this. It helps it for everyone to hear this, okay? Very simple. Just never hold down your horn for an extended period of time unless it's an emergency. That's totally different. What you can do instead is give it a little meep, 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 like a little, or meep, meep. Like if you just tap your horn, or meep, just hold it for like a second. People will get the idea. You shouldn't take out your anger on your horn. Take it from a guy who used to do this in his younger days. It's not a good idea. Okay, believe me. You know, I used to have major road rage. Sometimes I still get it from time to time. But holding your hand down on the horn is not the way to do it, because you could change your life or someone else's life forever in a negative way. So that's it. That's something to never do. Never do when honking your horn. Hold it down when there's not an actual emergency on the road. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.